Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, I'm scrolling through Amazon again. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. But I was having fun. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I was scrolling through and I was looking at different things when I got the document not document protector, but the document holder that I could hold my charts up for my knitting lace yarn. It was one of those, like, if you spend at least $25 and you can get it at qualified different things, of course, get it the next day. And that's what I ended up doing. Well, those document things were not even $18 when I got them for the 2-pack, right? So I was scrolling through on the add-on now, the limited time, the deals, and of course in the craft section because, hello, knitting, crocheting, yarn, supplies, I'm there, let's go. Books and needles and hooks and everything, I'm there. So I found a kit. Oh, and a lot of the kits, maybe it's because I have a room full of yarn, right? I'm like, I'm not so interested. And I have a lot of books, and I have a lot of amigurumi books because they're really cute and they catch me, and I have to have them, and I want to make the things. And then I remember that if I don't just go from start to finish on making the things, chances of the thing getting done, poor Layla, might be a little more limited. That's a good way to put it. Well, they had this kit. Look at this. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Oh, look at that. I don't know if it's the mouth I like, the golden eyes, because, hello. And I have no idea how big this is. I don't. But this is normally, I think $15.99. Yeah, $15.99 for this kit. At least that's what it was showing on Amazon. They had limited time deal, 50% off. I'll link it. I have no idea how long the sale is. I don't know. So by the time this goes up, they might not have the sale. I'm not affiliated in any way, shape, or form. They've got some other different animals, and this one had caught my eye before. I just want to pay the money because these things go like up in price, $15, $20. I think because the woobles, those are like $39, a lot of those, and people pay for those. So then they come up with these other little kits that are small creatures, small whatever, and people buy them. They just do. It's like a fun, quick, has everything in it. They buy it. I've not opened this. I don't know what's in it. I did get 2 of them because they were, 50% off. So I got 2. So I have, yeah, that's right. So I can see how much fun they are, and maybe I can get one of the kids, grandkids or something involved. I don't know. Share it with someone or make 2 of them. I don't know, but there you have it. So, okay, let's see. Let's see what's in the kit. So I like the box. I do like the box. I think this is really nice. If you were going to gift, this is cool. Right? It shows you what it is, what it's supposed to look like. Has a QR code on it. No clue what that goes to. Just says join us. So I don't know. Warning, small and inedible pieces. Please keep away from kids under 3 years old. Yeah, because it has everything in it. It should have safety eyes and stuff, and that makes sense. What does it say over here? Crochet crochet kit for beginner amigurumi crochet kits with step-by-step video tutorials, knitting starter supplies for adults and kids. It's a crocheted yellow devil type thing. Okay, scan with the transparency app. Yeah, I'm not scanning anything. That's just me. But I did like the yellow. That's what got me. Basics to tutorials, detailed instructions, step-by-step tutorials, and video instructions. Absolutely no clue, right? I mean, your mileage may vary on that. Might be helpful, but I want to see what's in it. I want to see what the kit has. Okay, so opening like that. So it's not taped, but it's, there we go. It's got all the yellow yarns in it, the black yarns. I think it's well packaged. That's pretty. That is really pretty. And it says, what's in the box? Ooh, look it. I have a supply list. All right, what's in the box to make this yellow stuffed amigurumi thingy? Knitting markers, got it. Okay, so it's most likely like the claw ones or the safety clip one, the safety pin ones. Perfect, because those are normally better for crochet. The knitting markers are normally like a solid circle or a solid something along that line. So I have noticed in a lot of these kits, they will say knitting, and they really, that's, it'll come up when you're looking, knitting kit. I'm like, that's not knit. That's not knit. We're gonna go with that. So I have knitting markers, crochet hooks, scissors. Oh, there's scissors in this. Okay, so it looks like we're getting everything. Yarn, eyes, and stuffing. So this is a 100% complete kit with everything that you need to make that thing. So we're gonna go ahead and this is a little bag of stuffs. So I've got a bunch of white pipe cleaners, 2 different crochet hooks. I don't know if they're the same size. They look the same size to me. Just as a visual inspection, it looks like the same size. I have a glue stick. I don't think there's a glue gun in there. That'd be crazy. But I do have a glue stick. That's some of those safety type scissors, you know, don't get them around kids because they're not that safe, just saying. So like I was commenting, those are the safety pin stuff. The eyes, I think that's what we need the glue stick for. So they're not safety eyes. These are glue on. Yep. So the eyes right there, you can see the back of them. Those are a glue on, stick on type of a thing. That's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. I would have definitely preferred to have had the safety eyes as opposed to some stick on eyes. That to me is not so cool, but you get a full glue stick, you know, you just have to put it in your own device. You do have a metal darning needle. All right. So right here, so you have metal darning needle, 2 crochet hooks, pipe cleaners, scissors, stick-on eyes, multiple of the safety pin stitch markers. So there's all of your you must have to finish said project. Not bad at all. And let's see with this. I do like these little skeins. Now, that's the other thing with not knowing how big this is. When you look online, I did look, I couldn't find it before. I don't know how big the little stuffed animal is supposed to be. I didn't know what my last one, how big it was supposed to be either. There are certain parts of the, what you as a consumer would want to know or to need that are lacking when you buy these kits. And when you see the picture, when you have nothing else around that's a size marker, that's your yarn. Now that looks like you're getting 5 skeins and then a half of a skein, right? And like, that's not the case. Yeah, you're getting 5 little balls, but that's not, you know, that's my hand. That's not, you're not huge. But it's enough to do what you're supposed to do with it, right? So I guess it doesn't matter on that aspect. And then here's your stuffing, freeze-dried stuffing. So that will puff up and be enough to stuff the critter. And this saves space and everything for shipping, and it saves them money, saves you money. So there you have it on that. So we have stuffing. And here's our instruction booklet. All right. Instruction booklet. All right. That's kind of cute though. Oh, I have 2 instruction booklets. Do we have it in different languages then? Is it the same thing? Okay. It's a Crochet Little Devil is what that says. And this says Handicrafts Crochet for Beginners. So I'm going to open up the Crochet for Beginners. Not too keen on the Little Devil part, that's what it's called. But you know, I got my little guy over here too. Okay. So this is kind of cool. We have our list of abbreviations and what that means. So you've got multiple pages of that. So this can help you. On the back, it says, if you are a beginner, please refer to the basic crochet manual and also scan the QR code to view tutorial videos, which is the best way to make you start as quickly as possible. I have no idea, but that is the QR. So no clue if you're able to look at that, if you're able to pull that up on the screen, no clue. Maybe you can look at the videos and decide, yes, that's something I'm interested in, or they're garbage. I have no idea. I haven't looked. I just opened this, right? No clue. But that might be helpful, right? It might. Let's see. So let's see. So we've got that on the first 2 pages showing you what the abbreviations. Which hooks do you use? Okay, so it has some information that's very good for beginners. What size hook are you using for what particular type of yarn? And then that's a good one, the UK versus US terms for crochet. I look at it like this, you know, the UK terms or British terms are always one step up. They say double, you want to do a single. They say triple or treble, you want to do a double. You're like one step going down. That's how I've always looked at it. Tips and tricks for working from a pattern. Once you've cracked the code, I do like that, and understand the stitches, abbreviations, a pattern becomes much easier to read. Don't read a pattern fully before starting it, as it may make it seem more complex, which is kind of funny because don't most patterns tell you read the entire instructions before beginning so you know, which I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't think I've done that. I might have on 1 or 2 things, but I've been crocheting and knitting for a lot of years, and that is not my norm to read something from start to finish before starting. Now, when I do read a pattern from start to finish and not make it is because I'm more curious on the designer, how they design something, how they're doing their stitches or what have you. And I'll read that like a book. And then that one I'll read from pretty much start to finish. But if I'm ready to start it to either grab crochet hooks or grab knitting needles, not so much. All right, so this has visuals trying to shows you how to make a slip knot, shows you different ways to hold your yarn, different tensionings. All right, not bad. So trying to just a little mini beginner book showing you how to chain, showing you how to do some of you. Okay, so you've got pictures showing the different stitches. So this isn't a bad beginner book. It really isn't. I haven't tried to do any of these. It does give instructions on how to do a magic ring. I don't know if that would be helpful or not. It'd be helpful, but I'm not sure if these instructions would be perfect for looking at it. Single crochet 2 together, single crochet increase, half double crochets, slip stitches. All right, so it's got the words to it, and it has pictures. So that's not bad at all for you're just learning how to do this. You've never done this before. Let's play. Let's go ahead and do this. And it gives instructions on, hey, when it says which loop, it shows you what loop. Front loop, back loop, there you go. So not bad. Okay, so the instructions so far on just the beginner manual, they're pretty good. It even shows you how to count your stitches. So it's got different things where magic comes to life. You've got other pictures right down here that just shows some of the other things that they feature on and off. All right, so now for the instructions. This little manual is a lot bigger than the actual instructions. So they did take time to try to show you as a beginner, if you are in the beginner level, what it is. I love this, the guide page, which is kind of cool because it does go over, here's all the stuff that you should have in your box, which we did. You know, quick glance, we have that. It explains your terminology, how you're doing it. It's got instructions on how to read the pattern, which I think is kind of cool. The instructions to make your very own doll. Nice. It does do, again, that QR code, so then you can follow along on the video if that's your choice. It goes through, here's all the materials. Top tips, start with a magic ring, working in rounds, which are joined together at the end of each round. Okay, so we're not doing the spiral. All right, so that's nice. It's an interesting way of doing it. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so the head goes from typical construction, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. So it's divisible by 6, and the largest round has 72 stitches. So you're doing the typical amigurumi shape, getting up to 72 stitches. You work a few rounds of that even, and then you're going to go back down. But that gives you an idea of the size, right? 72 stitches, we know it's not going to be tiny. Cool. So, and that was the thing too. I didn't want to spend originally like the $15.99 and then have it be like this big. I mean, it's fine, but I wanted something of size, something kind of impressive looking. I don't know. So you've got that, and then that is for the head. The body goes up to 48 stitches. Okay, so the head is the bigger, the body is more, you know, oval shape type thing. But telling you at least the stitch count for those of us that have crocheted and have made amigurumi, that's going to give you an idea of how big this is. So that's actually pretty helpful. The legs go up to 36 inches at the very largest part. Yep, right before that black, the very largest part. So those go up to 36. They start at 6 and they go to 36. You do change colors on that. Okay. Yep. So that's the size of that. And the arms go up to 18 inches at the largest part, and that's the hands, the fat little hands. Let's see, what else? Ears just go up to 16, so very small, quick. That's part of your faster projects. The horns go up to 20, and the tail tip goes to 16. Having made amigurumi and looking at this, it doesn't look difficult. It really doesn't. It's typical amigurumi instructions. Not too complex. For the tail, that's where you're using the pipe cleaners, as you're gonna crochet around that. If you've not done that before, that might be a little cumbersome, and it's easier to crochet around sometimes than it is to try to stick that pipe cleaner in afterwards. Just ask me how I know, right? So you've got that, and then you've got stripes on your wings. That's like a sewing on afterwards. Okay, and then it gives you the sewing instructions on how to do that, and here's all your pieces as you're putting them together. So, you know, as a kit, I'm thinking it's pretty good. I think it's really well laid out. Again, no affiliation any way, shape, or form, but I think it's pretty well laid out of what's in the kit, having done amigurumi myself, can't say it well, but having done them, I think it's well laid out. You're getting everything you need. The only thing that you would need is a glue gun to glue the eyeballs on, or whatever it is that you want to use, because that's the only thing that you don't have on this particular kit. I would have preferred to have had safety eyes as opposed to that, but I can't complain on this. This is pretty impressive with all of the things that are on there, and I just think it's kind of cute. I thought this one was really cute, probably because it's yellow, because I had a red one that didn't do anything for me, but this was adorable with those little golden eyes. Those I just thought was too cute. And like I said, I have 2 of the little monsters. Making monsters. You know, so I did contemplate just getting one, since I'll obviously have the instructions, but they were 50% off, so buy one, get one free. And I thought, well, that's kind of a cute little kit. That is really nice. And I like having some of these kits around, like the Big Mouth Monster. I do have some of those kits still. I bought extra when those were on sale. I like having those around. I've had people around me, since I have one of those, that one that I made, I've got that on my desk at work. And there are people that do crochet and knit and everything that are in the office, and somebody had made a comment on it that does crochet, and since I had that kit, I was able to bring that in and pass that on and give that to her. So that's what I look at for these kits too, is to have those. If I've got people that are around me that are really interested and want to play, this has everything. It's 100% everything. And if this is the thing that excites somebody and brings them in to our craft, oh, come join us. You can knit and crochet too. Come join us. It's well worth every penny I spent. 100% well worth it. Even if I'm not the one that ever makes these and they are gifted, it is well worth it. 100%. I don't know if that's how you feel, but if I can get people to join in, is I know how much it's given me in my life and how excited I've been being able to create things with beauty and joy. So hopefully I can give that to somebody else. I can give them something that they're going to enjoy and get them onto a craft or a hobby where they feel fulfilled. I know I feel fulfilled when I'm making something, because let's face it, we're taking yarn, we're taking thread, we're, you know, glorified string, isn't that what that is? And we're creating beautiful things. And that to me is spectacular. So hopefully you guys are doing the same thing and you have such a love and such a joy for your craft like I do mine, and share it. I mean, just share it. Share it with people that are your age, younger, older, it doesn't matter. You know, there's no age limit. And there's no age to, you have to be so tall to ride this ride. No, you don't. You can do it. If they're willing to pick up a crochet hook or a knitting needle and they want to play, that's the time to start teaching. That's where we're at. All right, everybody. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.